Okay guys, we're gonna look at some cool things today, and at the end of the video, make sure you stay to the end of the video because we're gonna have to go through some safety rules because we're now going over into the deep waters because I was asked a question about a very specific technique. Now, look at this. 22nd March 2025. I have a dream and a rainbow guy says, yes, if I am necessary, I can be here. And I get a rainbow, almost like a rainbow piece in my room. You know, a rainbow blob. Yeah, a rainbow blob I get. And so we have this. Now we're going to go into Theravada territory. So now we're going to speak like the Theravadans speak. So you have an upbringing with violence and threats and shouting coming from your father, and then you have manipulation and false promises coming from your mother, and this becomes your memories and your coping strategies. And when that coping fails, usually we go back to our memory and we try to find new coping mechanisms through violence, threats, shouting, manipulation, and false promises. But there's a second option, actually trying to improve the view and inner monologue. And as a little warning, I have to say, this is unexplored territory for most of you. But then you will get to figure out the actual solution in case trying new violence, threats and shouting and manipulations and false promises keep the problems going away, but they appear again later. Here we kind of renunciate the problem and uprooting a fault in our character. So that's very Theravada. You hear how dire the situation is. By the way, this is like a interplay of, even if you had the best parents in the world, just think of it as like society. Like back in the day, the king would be like he's like the state, right, with violence and threats and shouting, and then the mother, female energy, that's kind of like the social gathering, the social identity of the group with manipulation and false promises. You know, if you're a nice guy, you're gonna finish first. Yeah. Right. And so we can talk about the strategies for that, which is the suffering, you know, lack of lucidity while dreaming, grasping, do not address the problem, release, change in lifestyle, and that's going to lead to the liberation of lucid dreaming by default, and some research here. But basically what you have to understand, the main problem of the suffering is that your sadhana is something you don't want to do. Your practice, you know, putting in the work. I don't want to look at the sad lump. I don't want to go buy myself a sad lump. I don't want to do chakra humming while having a coffee enema. You know, because it's not my thing. Oh, gateway tapes. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that. Creative self-expression. Nah, I don't have time to that. Meditate. Holy shit, no. Especially if I have to sit. And so work, yeah, I have time for that. And going to the gym, I have time for that. Power nap, yeah, maybe. Hypno pump, yeah, nah. It's like, nah. You know what? By default, eat, YouTube, and sleep, but not bother with the dreaming thing. And then rinse and repeat, basically. So how do we solve it? Well, it has to be enjoyable. And so the hallmark, you know, you can do it the yogi way and just plow through it, you know. But then you're not a Buddhist master. You're not a Buddha. You're a yogi. You're a Bhairav, but you're not. To be able to call yourself a Buddhist teacher, I think it must be enjoyable. You have to create something that's enjoyable. Now let's talk about the season and the dangers out there. Because right now, in this season, there are so dangerous things that are happening. And this can be anywhere. You see this thing right here, it grows on grass.
So that's where you find them. You find them on grass lawns. That's their habitat. Oh my God, that's everywhere. That's everywhere. So it's very dangerous. It could be on a football field. It could be behind a dentist office. It could be near a school building. Could be very, very bad, right? So what do? If you see this, what if it's near school? Well, then I would pick them, and I'd put them somewhere where you're sure they won't come back. It's like very dangerous. Save the children. Save the children. Yeah. So you see this? You see? Look at this. Isn't this very curious? Isn't this very fascinating? Center of balance, it says there. Well, what does it mean? He's seated and he's feeling a balance, and it's like feeling something on top of his head. So, then pretty feet, like Quentin Tarantino, or scanning feet, like those pretty feet, like Hideo Kojima, and then it says flowers that widen, pearls of room, winds that narrows. It's like drawing here, very exciting. And you see this drawing here. Ooh, also very exciting. What does it mean? Please tell me. Oh, very exciting. Ooh, what does it mean? You're very excited right now. We can even turn the page. We can even turn the page here. What's this? Oh, very exciting. Look at oh my God, that's a throat. Yeah, it has like 16 petals. Yeah. It's like, ooh, what's happening here? Ooh, it's like the sun and the shadow, and then the sun moves and the shadow, it's kind of like goes north, and you have this, like, what does it mean? It says right here, Sri Saundarya Lahari. What's that? It's very, very interesting. You're very interested. And then we can talk about this, right? Kasina of the flame. Look at him, this is called doing a kasina. And it says here, for this a special candle must be used. Wet towel is cold and placed on top of head. The tassel rests on the center line. So here's the tassel resting on the center line. The cold should not be lethal. The job is to imagine it into warm candle wax. Hey, right now I need to give you guys a reminder. Please like, share, comment, or whatever, because our channel is like not getting that many views. And also stick around to the end, because I'm gonna have to talk security about, we're gonna have to talk about that. Internal candle wax. So the old natal spins, spins. So when the nervous system develops, it spins 180 degrees to the left, all right? And because of that, there's something you can do here with this chakra where you turn it, and then the drop of the candle wax, like warm candle wax on the inside. But it's like, you use these breathing techniques. Guys, let's talk contrast and security. So let's say you go very low and very high. So let's say you have a gateway experience and you're at focus 15. And you have like a yoga that's almost like martial arts, and you have on top of that you have that tummo breathing, so a lot of fire breaths, and you're going very high and you're going very low, preferably very much before you start experiencing tachycardia and bradycardia, and you see these weird effects with your heart. Go talk to ChatGTP about it. It's like, I'm doing this yogic sadhana, and I'm doing it together with this sadhana, and I'm afraid of getting like tachycardia. What is it that causes that? Ask those questions. If need be, even go see a doctor. Preferably before, because ChatGPT actually has access to a lot of good information, and I will make a video with what we found and what we two came together and found out, but it became too long for this video, so I'm ending this video now, but I'm giving you the resource, and then you can go in and you can get it yourself. So yeah.